Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So, today was a surprise. Things started coming back up, right? Bitcoin is up a little bit. Entire market cap is up a little bit. But of course, main topic I want to talk about tonight is Ripple, XRP, and how the SEC, especially Gary Gensler, is scared at what's going on, the latest developments. So let's talk about it, and let's talk about what's happening and what you should do about it. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell to get notified of all my streams. Follow me on social media. Right now, I'm trying. I'm streaming from TikTok to see how it is. So follow me on social media. Check out CryptosRUs.com, and make sure you follow my other channels as well. New videos on drivers only today. All right, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you guys are doing good today. Well, today, like I said, a little better, a little surprise versus yesterday. Actually, the U.S. market didn't do well. So Bitcoin actually stood its ground. U.S. market was actually down today. You could see negative 100 for Dow, negative 153 for NASDAQ. Not good. Not good, right? But Bitcoin held its ground. Crypto held its ground. Look at it. Crypto's up 5% today. 5%. That's pretty good. Bitcoin up about 5%. Ethereum coming back up about 6%. And of course, in the top 10, you can't miss that giant 20% gain for XRP. So what is going on with XRP? I'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, a lot of gains today. Even Cosmos, gaining back its strength, up 10%. Stellar up 10%. I think that's due to Ripple. Algorand up 10%. I do have some thoughts about it. And then look at this. Where did this come from? Toncoin at number 32. I just noticed this for the first time. Where did this come from? I think this is. Isn't this Telegram's? Telegram's own Toncoin? I think. I don't know where that came from, but it's sitting at number 32 with 1.8 billion market cap. Wow. Okay. Chile's also doing good, right? Today's a good day. Like I said, it's a surprise. It's a good day. We'll take it. We'll take it. Tomorrow, markets are looking red again, but these days I'm finding that crypto actually leads the recovery. So whenever you see a lot of red, then you start seeing crypto turn around. Guess what happens? The U.S. market actually turns around too. So, we may start seeing a good recovery. Today is the start of fall, the autumn equinox, right? And I told you guys about that. The last 2 years after autumn equinox, Bitcoin had a pretty good run. So let's see if this year we follow the same trend despite all the negative macro stuff I've been talking about, right? All the negativity is still there. It hasn't disappeared. For example, luxury home purchases plummet 28%, the biggest drop on record. That's a huge, gigantic drop. Okay, this is even worse than the pandemic, the start of the shutdowns back in 2020, right? So obviously not just luxury homes, but mortgages, rents, everything is going down or up in terms of rents, right? So, the macro conditions really suck. But you know what? The U.S. labor market is still resilient. So you look at jobless claims barely move. So despite everything that we're seeing in the markets, despite what Powell is doing at trying to curb inflation, yet somehow not really successful at this point, the U.S. labor force remains strong. So that's good. But if one day too much economic suppression happens and the labor market isn't so resilient, that's when we'll be in real trouble. So hopefully we never get there. But, outside of this, we have some big endorsements today. Big endorsements. Some good, some not so good. I don't know if you consider this good or not, but with everything going on with Russia right now, Russia is bullish on Bitcoin as it legalizes crypto for international payments. Is this a bullish thing? Normally speaking, yes. But of course, if Russia's involved, then there's threats maybe of like, more sanctions or more regulations and, stuff like that we don't want to hear about. But overall, having a major country legalizing crypto for payments is pretty damn good, if you ask me, right? Obviously, there's a whole thing with Russia right now with the war, with sanctions. A lot of people want this war to stop, right? And Russia is basically looking at other ways to take payments and make payments. But still, overall, this is a pretty big thing. Israel just granted its first crypto trading license to an exchange called Bits of Gold. Clever name. So now Israelis can now trade Bitcoin and crypto and even XRP if they wanted to, right? So this is pretty big too. And then Estonia also approves the very first Bitcoin/crypto bank, right? So worldwide adoption is happening right in front of our eyes. This is why I've been saying, despite all the negative things that we've been hearing about, more and more people are tuning to Bitcoin, turning to crypto, turning to blockchain, decentralization. They're turning to something better. That's what they want. They crave it, especially when you're seeing all this happen right in front of our eyes in terms of inflation and devaluing, debasing of currencies, right? We're seeing it right in front of our eyes. So many are turning to Bitcoin, and we're even seeing countries opening up because citizens crave it. People crave it, right? And that's what's happening right now. Fantastic stuff. And of course, in terms of Bitcoin metrics, look at this, accumulation addresses skyrocketing right now. People are craving more, long-term holders, and what they're holding on to, the supply going up all-time high. So don't give up. That's why I've been telling you guys, don't give up. Stay strong, focus on the future, because that is what we're looking towards. The future. Not right now. It's bad right now, but the future will be way better than what we're experiencing right now. It's always like that. Trust me, every single cycle we go through these up and downs. And right now we're going through something that Bitcoin has never gone through before. And I would say it's succeeding in a big way. All right, now let's get to what everyone really wants to know today. Not really. Seeing how the number of people that tuned in right now, it seems like not a whole lot of people really care about it. But I have to talk about it because I do believe in this lawsuit. I do believe this lawsuit has major implications across all of crypto, right? And that lawsuit is the one between the SEC and Ripple. And this is the reason why Ripple is going up for the last few days, because there has been a couple developments that can be seen as very pro. And there's some thoughts that maybe this case is going to be over by the end of the year. So what's been happening? Well, first of all, you guys know no one in this space likes Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler, which is the SEC chair, he really wants to take over everything. He believes everything belongs to the SEC, including every single project on top of Ethereum. Not just Ethereum itself. Every single project that has a token, every single project that is involved with DeFi or staking or NFTs, everything within Ethereum is under jurisdiction of SEC. Essentially, he's declaring everything a security. So we know Gary Gensler, very, very power hungry right now, unchecked. The power that he craves is unlimited right now. And we know that it's not just Ethereum. SEC has been going after many other projects, including Ripple and its top two executives, since 2020. So it's been about 2 years now that this has been ongoing. And the SEC has been dragging their feet The reason why it's been taking so long is because they thought Ripple would cave. Like a lot of other projects in the past, they're dragging it on, purposely making it very expensive for Ripple to operate. And even though Ripple has won many battles against the SEC in terms of getting testimony from a prior director, getting other third party involved, and basically collecting evidence that they need to go against the SEC. Even though they have been very successful at doing those things, the SEC continues to drag their feet and take months to even answer requests. So it's been very hard to move forward. And that is why XRP, especially, or not XRP, Ripple, especially Brad Garlinghouse, is going on the offense. He's sick of playing defense. He's going on offense. So he went on Fox News today and basically talked about what's been going on. He throws a lot of shade towards Gary Gensler, calling him cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, among other things. Also, he was, talking about what really developed, and he basically said that the SEC tricked him and everyone at Ripple. They got an invitation to come in, and it was a voluntary basis kind of thing, and it was very friendly. The SEC just wanted Ripple to go in and just kind of talk about how their business operates and this and that. And then boom, after they do that, guess what? They're slapped with a lawsuit. So it was a trap, basically. It was a major trap. So that's how the SEC operates. They don't play nice. They're not your friend. They're not here to be buddies. They will do what they can to get you, and especially with Gary in charge, he just really wants to take over everything. So that is why not only is Brad coming out with all these things, but they also filed this request to basically have the judge decide this case without going to a jury, and they're hoping that they get a judgment by the end of the year, sometime in November. Basically, Ripple is confident that whatever they have provided so far is enough evidence to prove that they are not a security. They did not conduct a illegal security offering, and that the SEC is overreaching and they need to be checked. So if this goes through, this will be major. So we don't have to wait another year for Ripple to battle and try to settle or win. It could happen this year, which is why so many XRP guys, XRP Army, is going nuts and buying XRP by the truckload right now, which is why it's going up. So I've been saying this for a while. I want Ripple to win. I want Ripple to win because if they do not, Ripple has the cash to fight the SEC. 99.9% of the projects out there do not have cash to fight the SEC. So if Ripple loses, what chance does anyone else have? Basically zero. That is why I think this is an important case, and I've been saying all along that I want Ripple to win this because we need someone to check Gary Gensler and the SEC. Right now, no one is checking them. The CFTC may be trying to, but compared to the SEC, they're like a sibling. They don't really have the authority to check them. So the CFTC recently also has come out and said that they want to be the crypto watchdog. They want to basically take over the role of what Gary wants right now, right? So I don't know if they're going to be successful with that endeavor, trying to be the crypto watchdog. But this also happened that a CFTC commissioner visits Ripple offices. So people are putting two and two together. Is something else going on? Something else brewing, right? Are they preparing to basically, I don't know, take Ripple under its wing or something? Or I don't know what the implications are, but as long as it's not the SEC, right? So that's what's going on. That's why so many people are bullish on XRP right now because all of these things have happened around the same time within the last 2-3 days. So there's a lot of hope that maybe this 2-year-long lawsuit will be coming to an end. And that is why. All right, so what should you do about it? Well, honestly, right now, I don't know. As it's pumping up, right? We have seen this. Trust me, I have seen this. I have seen some crazy FOMO XRP pumps. And that's because I lived through 2017, 2018, when Ripple XRP went up all the way to $3.77 and has never come close to that since then. So it's been hovering around this point for basically 4 years now, right? But I have seen crazy XRP pumps. Now, the kicker is back then, it happened because it was altcoin season. It was FOMO season. Right now, it's not FOMO season. It's not altcoin season. So is it going to just pump up to $3.77? Probably not. But if there is some kind of development where, yeah, the SECs go cave, they go lose, they lose the battle, Ripple wins, well, I say short-term XRP could definitely go much higher. And maybe they can try to get back to their previous high, right? So what should you do? I don't know. It could go either way, so you decide. You decide if you like XRP's prospect or Ripple's prospect for the future. But right now, before the end of the year, anything could happen. Keep in mind, there's a chance that they could still lose. Despite all these things happen, that motion to basically dismiss or find a verdict before the end of the year, that could be denied. And there's still a chance they could lose. So I'm not trying to be all bullish and saying, okay, they're going to win for sure. I'm hoping they do because, like I said, I don't want Gary to win. But there is also a chance they can lose, and I don't know how things will be afterwards if they do. All right. Now, outside, besides everything I said about XRP, there are several other projects that are doing well. I did mention Algorand. Algorand has partnered with FIFA, and FIFA is going to come out with these exclusive NFTs, which is why, soccer is absolutely huge, or aka football, if you live outside the U.S., absolutely huge. So this is why Algorand is doing well. And also they recently had an upgrade that made them much more efficient. And overall, as a chain, as a whole, they're pretty darn good too. But this is the reason why they have been going up recently. Also, what else is there? Cardno. Even though they're not pumping like crazy, they started coming up a little bit. Cardno is having the Vassal upgrade. It's going to take about like 5 days or so. So it's a long upgrade, but it started today. It's looking good so far. So this could be a huge thing for Cardno going forward, right? And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Overall today, not a bad day. Pretty good day. So we'll see if this continues tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, going to the weekend. This week has been brutal. We need to see some kind of recovery. Maybe it'll start because it is the start of fall, and we'll see. All right, let's do some Q&A. All right, let's do some Q&A. I'm looking at, there's 20 people on TikTok watching. I just thought I'd give it a try to live stream on TikTok and see what happens. But been having a lot of good short form videos on there in case you haven't checked it out. All right, let's see. What did I miss in the comments? Can I declassify BTC just by thinking about it? Philippe asked. I actually got what you're saying. A certain someone, a certain ex-president recently said that. So I actually got what you said, Philippe, and that's surprising. But no, you cannot. Brad Lemon, member for 13 months. Thank you. I'm not sure I understand. Do you have an educational video I could watch about XRP? Well, I'm glad you asked because I do. And I don't know how you heard about it because I don't play it a lot, and I certainly don't show it a lot, or even talk about it a lot. So I'm Brad. I'm shocked that you know about it. But yes, I will play it at the end of this video to celebrate XRP's 21% pump today. E1 says XRP SEN. Okay, thank you. Al Capone says, George, show us your XRP bag already. I'm afraid I have nothing to show. It would be an empty bag. Hey, 35 people joined in on TikTok. Hey, guys, welcome. You got a different perspective of my face from TikTok since it's in a different angle. What about Chili's? I did see something about Chili's, Hassan, but I closed it. I forgot what happened, but something else. They partner up with some socios, partner up with someone else. I believe some other club that really made them do well today too. So Johnny Bravo asked, George, now that the Fed announced it will keep raising rates through 2023, how come the market didn't price that in and crash the market? It did. It did. I feel like there will be a pump and then a dump. Yesterday it was bad. Did you miss it? Yesterday was bad. And basically all of last week was bad. All of this week was bad. I mean, it's been bad. It's not a big dump. I think what you're asking is, why didn't we get a huge, gigantic dump? I mean, we're so low already. So right now, any movement down is going to be slow selling, not huge dumps. But it has been bad. But overall, people know that what do you do towards bottoms? You buy. You don't sell. And we have dropped so much already. I think that's why. Cryptari, it's so obvious that the SEC is now desperately backtracking, calling Ether security because they are losing the Ripple case, mainly for that Hinman speech declaration. Yeah, I've been saying that. Gary's last play, if he gets really desperate, the only play he has is to declare Ethereum a security. That way, the SEC, Ripple has no defense. I mean, the Ripple's entire defense is really Ethereum basically did the same thing Ripple did. They were declared a commodity. Why is Ripple declared as a security? So the last defense Gary and SEC has is to declare Ethereum a security, which is not that easily done. It would make them look kind of like fools, and it would make the prior director look like a giant fool. So I don't know if they could actually do that, but we will see. We will see. Is it true that XRP is centralized, but everyone wants to meet Chris Larsen? I don't know about you. I like to meet Chris Larsen. I can't speak for everyone else, but I would like to meet Chris Larsen. This whole year has been bad. Yes, it has been. Ever since January rolled around, it's been bad. It's been bad. But I've been telling you guys, I'm still hopeful for the last few months of this year. October, November, December, traditionally speaking, these months, end of the year, are terrific. We see good gains, good momentum. I'm still clinging on hope that we will see that. We'll see some kind of significant rally going through the end of the year. And then maybe we see more pain come in 2023. Or maybe we don't see more pain. We just kind of slowly recover. That's the best case scenario. someone on TikTok. Hey, 72 people joined in. Sorry. If you guys want to ask me questions, try to do it on YouTube. But you know what? I'm scrolling through. Someone's asking about Quant and VeChain. You guys know me. I like VeChain. I've been supporting VeChain for a very long time. And they are developing. And they are making a lot of partnerships in the West. It's slow, yes, but they are making strides. As for Quant, I'm still kind of neutral on them. Quant to me is still more B2B, not really B2C. But they do have a lot of partnerships. They do partner up with some big agencies and brands. So it's good for them. But there's still more B2B. Winter is coming. Man, today is the start of autumn. And all of a sudden where I am dropped like 30 degrees. Just yesterday over here, we were like 90 degrees. Today, 60 degrees. Like all of a sudden, it just dropped like 30 degrees. Like, wow. Wow. Do you think SEC will go after Binance? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, Kim, I'm pretty sure Wisconsin's probably worse than where I am right now. Someone asked about HNT. Helium, I've been covering them recently. So they're officially moving to Solana, and they partner up with T-Mobile. So the T-Mobile partnership is huge because they're coming out with Helium Mobile. So phones will be able to traverse both networks. And I think that's a pretty big deal. Although people don't like how they kind of just forced themselves onto Solana. And then there's going to be different tokens now. There's going to be another token. And so there's a little iffiness about that. But, you know, overall, it's promising tech. George, miners going to CKP? No. No, they went to Ethereum Classic and Ergo, and then they realized it was a mistake. Because I don't think they didn't really stay, and it's not very profitable. So, yeah, I don't think they moved to Nervos either. Nervos has a connection. It's their interoperability play for Cardano, so it could be good for them as Cardano pushes forward, Vaso and everything else. But Nervos is also concentrating on their own layer 2, which is a EVM compatible chain. So they're kind of all over the place. Mr. Corey, Texas, I appreciate that. Someone said, we are in recession. I don't see BTC going to 40K anytime soon. I kind of agree with you. I think best case scenario by the end of the year, I'm hoping for 40K, although I think it's an outside chance. I think 30K, if we get to 30K by the end of the year, I'll be very happy with that. This year has been absolutely brutal. Really, really brutal. If you've been watching my live streams in the morning, you know how brutal it has been. Everything is selling off, right? But if we can get a good, decent momentum by the end of the year, you know, we were close to 30K. We weren't that far off. We were at 25 something. So if we could push to 30K, maybe there's an off chance that, you know, a lot of FOMO, a lot of excitement, a lot of money come back in and push us to 40K by the end of the year. But yeah, I would say 30K is more likely, but, you know, who knows? The markets tend to overreach both ways, up and down. PETA. Hey, George, it's been a week. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have you heard of StoreX? You mean StormX? No, StoreX. Decentralized cloud storage. If so, thoughts? No, actually, I haven't. I've heard of everything else, like Arweave and Filecoin and Siacoin and Storage. Unless StoreX is some kind of other, it was a renamed project. Never heard of them. And they're really small, 13 million market cap, and their circular supply looks way off from their max supply. So yeah, unfortunately, no. Brad says, I've been with XRP since 2018. They're absolutely going to win this lawsuit, and we're going to be laughing to the bank. Mark my words. Okay. Okay. When you see Doge getting back into the 20s, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. Isn't Solana coming out of the phone too? Could that be related to a helium phone? Not that I have heard. Solana does have their own phone. I think it's not a network. It's just their own phone. And I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe they will do a partnership with Helium since it's on Solana now. Maybe the Solana phone will be running on the same dual networks. But I haven't heard that connection. But that's a good point. That's a good point. Do you think Evo 8 will reach super levels? What do you mean by that? You mean like in terms of resale value or how collectors view it? I know Evo 8 is a pretty darn good machine, but I don't think it's going to reach the Mark 4 super levels. I just don't see it. Someone asked, what's your lowest limit buy you have sitting on an exchange for BTC? I don't set limits like that. What I just do is DCA when I see things come down and they're down significantly since the last time I bought, and if I like that project, I just DCA more. That's what I do. Yakko, you remind me of a modern day Rockefeller. I'm flattered. I'm very flattered. Thank you. But I'm nowhere close to Rockefeller. Nowhere close. But you know what's exciting is, well, what's exciting and fearful is today I visited the land where I'm going to build my new house. And the engineers like marked it with posts. And now I get to see how big the house is on the land. Very, very exciting. And construction hopefully will start end of next week. The digging at least. But what's scary about it is it's look at everything that I've been covering about mortgage rates going up. You know, 30-year mortgage is like 6.5%. What is it going to be next year? Like 7.5, 8%, 9%? That scares me a hell of a lot. And with demand coming down and so forth, right? This is absolutely worst time to be building a house. But you know what? I'm going to go through with it. And it'll be the last house I ever move into, hopefully. Sats Anonymous, thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be a good series. I bought myself a new drone for my car channel, and I was playing around with it. It's so damn cool. So it has this follow feature, right? So it'll just like continue to follow you wherever you are. You could have it be on the side of you, front of you, back of you, and circle around. So I'm going to have some really cool shots for my car videos, but I'm going to use that for the house video too, like area view while it's being built. It'll be damn cool. So I'm ready. I'm ready for both. George, I have life savings at 10K. I'm thinking pulling all of it out to buy crypto. Is this dangerous? It is. It is. But it also depends on how young you are. And howdy, Sam, I think. It's very dangerous. If you're younger, you could take more risks. If you're older, you don't want to take that much risk, right? But the number one rule is don't invest more than what you can afford to lose. So think about that. If you have 10K, if you're dependent on it, and you use it to pay your bills, your rent, your mortgage, whatever, then yes, you should not touch it. But if it's your extra money and you don't use it at all and you're still making good income, well, then you could consider investing with it, right? But it is risky. Just know that. But with that said, what better time to get involved with crypto based on everything I've been saying? Bullish Steve, I got my land in 2018. Hope to do the same in 2024. Man, you've been holding out for 6 years, or going to be 6 years by 2024. I don't know how you could just sit on your land like that and not do anything with it, but congratulations too. 2024, 2025 will be a good year. I would say the best years for crypto. That's when the next halving event happens. And then traditionally speaking afterwards, then you have a really good cycle, up cycle, a FOMO pump, right? So be a good time. Good time. Well, I have a tiny home studio in my new place. Well, it'll be a little bit different. I'll have like a home office, so I'll be able to do my studio in there. But I plan on building a studio in my garage because I'm going to have a fantastic garage. And I'm going to have like a little kind of recording thing in my basketball court. So it's going to be cool. I'll be able to film for like 3 different locations depending on what I want to do that day. It'll be, I think you guys will enjoy it. You should randomly play the educational Ripple video in the middle of every FOMC meeting. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Do you think BTC will pump and go under 18K again? I hope not. I hope not. But of course, we just did hit 18K, so we're still around that level. We haven't really moved out of there. So of course, we get hit it again. But if we get that good sustained rally by the end of the year, we head back to 25, get to 30K. We have a good shot of staying there. But of course, next year, if the macro conditions get really, really bad again, then we can come back down again. You should get Sailor on and challenge him to buy spot BTC. That I would do that. If he agrees to come on the show, I will press him on that. Like, why would you not buy on Coinbase and spot Coinbase and not Coinbase OTC? And I already know the reasons. I mean, he's going to say, well, because the large buys, I don't want to fluctuate the price. I don't get in trouble with SEC for like manipulating Bitcoin. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that he could say, and it all makes sense. But what we really want is him to buy $100 million, $200 million, $500 million worth of Bitcoin on spot Coinbase. That's going to drive prices up. Do you think alts are too risky in this macro environment? I mean, in hindsight, if you look at how far down they have fallen since the high, yes. But looking at right now, my answer is no, because look at Bitcoin dominance. It's under 40%. Despite how bad it's been and how much things have dropped, Bitcoin dominance is holding under 40%. That has never, ever, ever happened in Bitcoin or crypto's history. Whenever we have down markets, correction markets, bear markets, never, ever has that ever happened. Bitcoin dominance throughout history has ever come down when we're in full like FOMO mode, altcoin season mode, when alts are pumping to the moon. That's when BTC dominance comes down. For every other time, Bitcoin dominance continues to like go up or stay high. That's how it's always been. But the fact that we're so oversold right now, there's so much fear out there, and BTC dominance is still low, shows you how strong the alts are. So beforehand, I would say, yeah, being in alts is just too risky. Why not just go all Bitcoin? But right now, that's not the case. The landscape now has certainly changed versus before. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Overall, let's change my screen here. Overall, today's a good day. So far, so good. Bitcoin up a little bit, entire market cap up 5%. Of course, we have XRP, which is pumping to the moon right now, right? But what I'm more concerned about is this lawsuit, and it's looking good. It's looking like Ripple has what it takes to win, and that's what I want to see. I don't want to see Gary win. Gary winning, the SEC winning, would be a very bad thing. We want to see him get pushed back a little bit, be humbled by someone, and hopefully it's Ripple, right? So smash it a like, subscribe to the channel, stay strong, my friends, and tune in tomorrow, 8:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. And make sure you go check out CryptosRUs.com for all your latest news article guides. Check out my other channel, Drivers Only, and check out my partners like MEXC, which has a huge deposit bonus of $9,100 right now. So if you're looking for alternative exchange, check them out. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Check this out.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.